James Whale, the director of Old Dark House, is probably best known for the original Frankenstein. That film's excesses hint at what to expect in House, but do not approach its eccentricity. The bizarre, almost incoherent story, combined with Whale's flamboyant visual experimentation, produced considerable bewilderment in what seems to be both a sophisticated experiment and a creaking antique. Philip and Margaret Waverton, Raymond Massey and Gloria Stewart, and their friend Penderel, Melvyn Douglas, seek shelter in an old dark house from one of Hollywood's loudest and wettest storms. Occupied by brother and sister Horace and Rebecca Femme, Ernest Fessinger and Ava Moore, and their servant Morgan, Boris Karloff, the house is almost a parodic catalog of the creepy surprises that haunted mansions are supposed to possess. There are no ghosts, however, just an aura of incestuous degeneracy embodied in an ancient femme patriarch, Sir Roderick, Elspeth Dudgeon, and an insane third sibling, Saul, Brember Wills. The dilapidated sets, atmospheric lighting, and other scarifying tricks are blatant, but they come at you in such weird ways that it is easy to feel lost. When Margaret tries to change out of her wet clothes, for example, Whale gives us a series of distorted shots of her from different angles in the room, all for no discernible purpose beyond confusion. Just as later she screams and runs from nothing more menacing than dancing shadows. In both cases, there is little payoff to justify her fear. She gets over the fright quickly enough, and, like just about every other threat in the movie, there's not much follow-through. Such jump and bump story development garnished with visual flourish is at the root of the film's idiosyncrasy. The Dottie characters would seem bizarre under any circumstance, but the femmes are in a class of themselves for colorful lunacy. The mystery around Sir Roderick and Saul unfolds gradually, but with Karloff's glowering Morgan greeting you at the door, it takes about a millisecond to recognize that things are not quite right in Castle Femme. You wonder why the Wavertons or later rivals Sir William Porterhouse, Charles Laughton, and his partner Gladys, Lillian Bond, don't get the hell out, storm or no storm. Of course, if they did, there wouldn't be a movie. The Old Dark House is not exactly camp, because the horror is contrived to cater to our awareness as much as it is to frighten. The obvious sophistication and ample production resources stifle patronizing laughter, but it is also difficult to laugh with the filmmakers when it's not clear how or even when we should react. The imagination and skill seem almost inappropriate because we cannot see through the decorative invention to the correct response. The results are certainly distinctive, but whether they amount to anything more than twisted wreckage is debatable.